Hello students, good morning. Today we will start our next topic. Before this one we are revising that LCR circuit in series. We have done already. LCR circuit in series means L means inductor, C capacitor and R is the resistance. When we are connecting all three terms with each other in series, then it is known as the series LCR circuit. Then there we have done the phasor diagram of these all three LCR, and there is a total impedance acting in the LCR circuit. Impedance means that is the which resists the amount of the current in LCR circuit, inductor, capacitor, resistance circuit. Now in series, let here we are taking their resistance, and this one is our inductor. There is a symbol of inductor, and this our capacitor. All are we are connecting in series with the AC supply. This is the symbol of the AC. When we are connecting these all with the series, then current I is the flowing in that direction, then I is the acting in this direction, resistance also will act in that direction, and there is a phase difference in the inductor between the current and voltage is 90. Then if current is acting this, then voltage will lags behind the current by pi by 2. This one our pi by 2. Clear? This inductor and capacitor, there is a current will lead the voltage by pi by 2. That means that is a this VC inductor voltage and their current and their phase difference will be again same pi by 2. Their phase difference between in the resistance will be equal to 0. This is the series LCR circuit. Phase diagram also I am revising their phase diagram also. Already you have done in last class. Then there we are making their phase diagram, that is that we are taking their along x-axis, this y-axis. Now here there if current is acting along this, then for the resistance, then resistance will act in the same phase with the current voltage. For the resistance VR voltage, because there is a acting in same phase, that's why we will indicate like this one. Then if there is a phi, the phase difference along this one, then from this current, then VL, there is a phase difference here, phase difference between current and voltage, inductor voltage, there is a pi by 2. Here voltage will lead the current by pi by 2, that's why we will indicate this VL voltage in that direction. Here now, here this VC is here current will lead the voltage, capacitor voltage there by pi by 2. That's why we will indicate there VC in that direction like this. Clear now? Now there, as we will take resultant from both this one, then this will act, all resultant will be act in that direction, that will be along phi phase difference, and there will be indicate like this one. This will be our total voltage, we are indicating with VL. If this one we are taking, then VL minus VC is this one, then VR is this one, then resultant will go like in this direction. Clear now? Voltage across the capacitor, that will be VR equal to IR, VC equal to IXL, and VC equal to I omega C. These are the voltage. Here we can write there voltage across resistor, then VR equal to IR. Second, voltage across inductor, VL equal to IXL. What is XL here? XL is that is denoting the resistance in the inductor. We can say that the inductive resistance. Voltage across capacitor, that is the VC, we can write there IXC, where IXC is the capacitor inductance. Now here there we can write their phase difference between inductor and the capacitor will be pi by 2, and for the resistor that will be lie in the same phase difference. Now here total impedance our came under root R square. This is an important relation. Already you have done proof of this one. XL minus XC whole square. That is the impedance of the series LCR circuit. That is the impedance of series LCR circuit. Clear? There 5 phase difference we can write there. That is the voltage leads the current by phase angle phi. So we can find from the figure then tan phi equal to VL minus VC by VR. Here VL minus VC by VR. This one angle phi angle. Then from here we can write there VL minus VC by VR. Now from here, after putting value of the voltage, now here we can write there I XL minus I XC divided by I R. From there R to R cancel out. Now we can write here tan phi equal to XL minus XC by R. This is the phase angle. Clear now? After this one you have done that the resonance frequency. What is the resonance frequency? Resonance frequency is the condition at which XL equal to XC. That is the condition at which XL equal to XC. That is the current will be maximum but Z will be minimum. How this one resonance condition? That is XL equal to XC. Clear? That frequency, at this frequency, that condition, then current will be maximum. That is current will maximum when Z will be minimum. Why it will be minimum? Because if there is XL equal to XC, then on this condition, then XL equal to XC, these are the cancel out with each other, then Z will be equal to R. Clear? From here we can write there XL minus XC equal to our 0. Then from here XL equal to XC. Now when we will put there XL equal to omega L equal to 1 by omega C. That is the angular frequency into inductor. There is a relation XC our 1 by omega C XL equal to omega L. Now from here that is a omega square equal to 1 by LC. Now here we can write there omega equal to 1 by under root LC. This is known as a resonant frequency. Clear now? Now resonant frequency for this one we can write that is we can write omega also 2 pi nu, and here we can write there 1 by under root LC. Then nu we can write there 1 by 2 pi under root LC. Here we can write the resonant frequency. Clear now? This is the resonant frequency. Now our next term, average power associated with the pure inductor, pure resistance and pure capacitor. What will be average power? Next topic, quality factor. This is cut now from your syllabus. That's why we are doing next topic, average power associated with pure resistance. We are taking resistance, then what will be average power along the resistance? Then how we can find their voltage and current are in same phase in the resistance, and their instantaneous value are given as voltage and current are in same phase and their instantaneous values are given by their v equal to v naught sine omega t, I equal to I naught sine omega t. This is first equation. There is a second equation. Two equation we are taking because both are acting in same phase. That's why voltage in sinusoidal in AC, that is a V naught sine omega t. Current in AC supply I naught sine omega t. Now instantaneous power we can find it. Power we know that V into I. Instantaneous power equal to V into I. Now put value of V and I. Here we can write their power. We can know that work done per unit time is known as the power. That is, put value of V, we can write there V naught sine omega t and I equal to I naught sine omega t. From here we can write here V naught I naught sine square omega t. Here d omega, then dt we will take this side for the integration for finding the total work done. Then we will take integration. How we can solve it? There we can write this relation v naught I naught sine square omega t, that means 1 minus cos 2 omega t. We can write it, that is d omega. Clear? Now integration over a complete cycle, taking integration on both sides, then total work done our will come out. Then work done equal to V naught I naught by 2. Here we can write this like this one, 0 to t total time, then dt minus, open this one, we are taking multiply of this relation, cos 2 omega t dt 0 to t. Clear? Now here we can write there V naught I naught by 2. Here dt we can write here t 0 to t minus their integration of this one sine 2 omega t divided by 2 omega. Clear? Their limit 0 to t. Like this one. Here we can write there 0 V naught I naught 2 t t minus 1 by 2 omega sine 2 t minus sine 0 after putting limit. Clear now? Now here further we will solve it. V naught I naught by 2 t minus 1 by 2 omega. Here put value of this omega. Now here we can write their sine 4 pi minus sine 0 0. It will, you can write. Clear? Now here we can write there W equal to V naught I naught by 2, and here this remaining term it will be 0, that is also 0. So that's why we can write here into t. Clear? That is a total work done during this pure resistance. Now average power associated with pure resistance over complete cycle of t. Then average power we can find their work done per unit total time. Then here we can write their work done, that voltage I naught into t by 2t. Put value of their work done, then after putting then their work done per unit time, then time cancel out. Here left V naught I naught by 2. Now average power we can write here V naught by under root 2 I naught by under root 2. We will separate this 2 into under root 2 and under root 2, and there we know that V naught by under root 2 is equal to V RMS value, I naught by under root 2 is equal to current RMS value. Then we can write their power equal to V RMS into I RMS in the AC circuit. That is the average power for the pure resistance in a complete AC circuit for a pure cycle. Clear now? Same, we have to find out power in the inductor and the capacitor, but remember it one thing, there should be phase difference of the pi by 2. Clear? Then in the inductor, that voltage will lead the current by pi by 2, but in the capacitor, that current will lead the voltage by pi by 2. That phase difference we will keep in mind. Then we will solve it same as like this method. Then we will find the power for the inductor and the capacitor. For both cases, then average power will be equal to 0. Then this relation we will find tomorrow. Up to this relation, complete your notebook and try to solve in rough notebook also.